Hey everyone, Mr. G again. Just finishing up chapter 4 of Emma Dilemma and the substitute shakeup. This one is a good one. Operation Parkerize. Emma has decided, she's come up with a plan. She's decided to tell or to teach Mrs. Schnoodle how the classroom really should be working and running the way Mrs. Parker does it, the way everyone loves it, especially Emma, right? And so she creates this big, thick notebook that's got like tabs and it's super organized, it's perfectly written, and she can't wait to give it to Mrs. Schnoodle. So she goes into the circle of all the desks in the center circle where Mrs. Schnoodle is, and she hands her this big notebook with all the information she needs about how to put the staplers and all this stuff. And she's very, very optimistic. This is going to work. She's going to fix the class. Everything's going to be better. Well, Mrs. Schnoodle, of course, takes that and doesn't see it for this great organizational chart and decide like, oh, you're right, Emma, we'll put the desk back and we'll get the paper back out and we're going to fix all the stuff. Instead, Mrs. Schnoodle looks at it like beautiful poetry. She's like, Emma, it takes so much knowledge to write something so well. And we're going to hang this up in the front of the classroom as a great sign of poetry. There's a couple lines in here that Emma read. I'll read to you. Mrs. Schnoodle reads this to the class. It says, the red bin is for late work. The blue bin is for scrap. If you lose the lid to the marker, the ink will take a nap. So you can see it is a poem, right? And Mrs. Schnoodle sees it that way. She kind of honors Emma and hangs it up in the front of the room for everybody to treasure. And of course, Emma is just in a state of despair. She's kind of giving up almost a little bit at the end of this chapter. But this is kind of a neat one for me, because when I think about how this relates in real life, I tried to take my family to Disney a couple years ago, and we got to the airport on time. The plane was on time. We were literally in line to board. We walked up to the boarding table. We were 5 steps from being on the plane, basically. And they said, oh, you guys, we don't have room for you. We're like, what? Yeah, we don't have room for you. You guys are, you're not on the plane. And so my daughters were pretty sad. A couple of them were crying, respectfully so, I get it. And so instead of just sitting in despair and giving up, like Emma feels like doing at the end of this chapter, we rented a minivan and we drove that thing all the way to Disney World. And I think it was probably some of the best memories. The fact that we did it is my favorite memory and some of my daughter's favorite memories of the entire trip. So don't give up. Don't let despair take over. Keep trying. Emma keeps trying. Don't worry about it. See you next time.